What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan in Hampton, coming to you live, direct, and correct with some more news. That's right, more news that you can use. And here I am sitting with some heavy hitters. I think we got a lot to talk about. Let's give it up. Woo-wee. All right, so let me introduce these professional analysts that we have on the panel tonight. So right beneath me is our very own star-studded Mikey, mic'd up. Give it up.
Yo, happy Wednesday. Emphasis on that D in that Wednesday. Doomsday Wednesday.
And right next to him is our other guy that got knowledge from here to Burbank, Egypt. It's our guy. Allow me to butt in sports. Roo. Yeah, man. By the way, of Funky Town, Denver, Colorado, it's our guy, Dallas Cowboy Chris, a.k.a. the big fella. What's up, Chris?
I'm in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah. All right. Then right next to him is our guy with 55,000, 100 million followers off of TikTok. The guy that's got it all to put together. It's our guy, 21 Armando 21.
What's going on, fellas? What's up, Wednesday, baby? Let's go, man. Let's get it. Let's get on it. It's a beautiful week, man. I'm excited.
We said it's a beautiful week. It is after what we experienced over the weekend, Sunday night, which I think the ratings was at the roof, if you ask me, man. So, moderator, let's pull up and see what we got. We got some of our subscribers out there. What they got to say? We got to recognize them before we get into anything. Let's go. What we got?
My boy Eddie in the building.
Yes, sir. I got. There he is in the house.
Blinging it out.
Yeah, blinging it out for real. Who else? I got Ivan Sosa. Yeah.
What's up, Ivan?
WWE in the house.
956 in the building.
Yeah. Track Hawk is in the house. Yeah,
Track
we
Hawk.
here,
What's
man.
up, Tony?
Yeah.
Mr. Garza.
I got St. Lou Joe.
What's up?
Yeah, Joe's room is nice.
Joe's
room is nice.
It's immaculate.
It's nice.
It's immaculate. That kid Dalton is in the house. All right, Dalton, what's going on, my man? Good to have you back. Give it up for Dalton.
My boy Dalton, man. Dalton called it when we Dalton saw a vision that we never saw, and we should have drafted a kicker.
That's our guy, isn't it? That's our guy, Dalton.
Visionary in the comments.
Deuce in the building.
Yeah, Cowboy Babes, Deuce in the house. We got to give it up to her as well. Yeah. Who else we got in here? Oh, and last but not least, I got Larry G. You know, Mikey was able to put a face with the name not long ago. How about that?
He don't look like a Larry G.
He like a G. He like a G Larry. All right, fellas, so here we are, man. So listen, y'all know the deal. Everybody know and what happened over the weekend. We just gonna give our little thoughts. We're gonna keep this thing pushing, but we do got to. Oh well, I cannot go no further without doing this. So let's get ready to huddle.
Yes, sir.
All right, moderator, way to keep me on my toes. That's what's up. So we already know what went on over the weekend, and I'm sure only thing we want to do is kind of give our thoughts about what, and I know that's what the people are here for. They want to hear what we got to say about the game on Sunday night, which, woo, man, I tell you what, Mikey, we're going to start with you since you got the new microphone, so.
Look at Mikey.
Got
What do I do with my hands?
I don't even know.
What do I do with my hands?
Pressing the mic button makes you think before you talk, and I don't do that too good. It's kind of practice to think before I talk. But I've been mulling over. This was an utter domination with a capital D. Utter domination. The way it started was like same old Cowboys, letting them run up the gut. 6 or 7 plays were run, and then Micah Parsons draws their left tackle offsides, and then it just snowballed from there. From then there was the mistimed snap, and leading to our boy Wanye. I like that old Wanye, that cold Wanye. We love that good Wanye. Making that block, and I'm gonna say ignominy and no domini running it back. Who would have thunk the last guy on the roster, the last guy that we got for old drive-by, Ricky, would have been the first touchdown of the season. We couldn't have bet on that. If there was a bet who it would have been like 1,200 to 1 odds that he would have did it. It reminded me of something bitter that you could relate to, and it was bitter to me. Do you remember 2 years ago the Western Conference playoffs with the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks? Y'all remember that? I remember that. Yeah. And how momentum was just drained after Luka, which would I say the Luka would be Micah Parsons, or that defense. Once they made their momentum, they got down, but once that was shut down, the game was over. The game was over. It's like Luka stepping back, hitting that three. The game was over. The souls were out of their chest. And you could feel the momentum change. It was glorious on our side. Glorious. And I've been elated this whole time. The weather obviously was a factor. And again, you'll get the national pundits nitpicking at these stats just for the sake of talking about the Cowboys, or talking negatively about the Cowboys and what our offense looked like. But I loved it. I love what our defense did. I love Bell. We these are players that we talked about and that we saw coming, and it got me energized in what our defense is. With Stephon Gilmore and what is it? What was he? 9.9 top rated corner in our defense, and he's our second cornerback. I predicted on the Three Amigos that he was going to get a pick, and he got that pick. It was great. We couldn't start the season out better. We got 4 first. We got our first road win. We got our first division win. Mike McCarthy got his first opening win as a head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, because we didn't see Tom Brady. And the fourth was the biggest deficit in a divisional game and an opening game in NFL history. Take that, Sneaky. Take that. Put up with your Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what's up. Give it up for Mikey. Yeah, that's what's up, man. You so right about that, bro. I mean, it was a lot going on, but it was a lot going on, then there wasn't a lot going on. So, it's just one of those deals. Let's get the big fella in here, because we got to see if he's having some technical difficulty. Big fella, what you got? What you thinking about and what you're drinking?
Say, I'm here, man, but my Wi-Fi is really crappy today. I don't even know the question you asked me. All I heard you say was the big fella. But look, the big fella is happy to be here, man. Just a quick little recap on Sunday night. It started so wonderfully. I was like, at halftime, I just started feeling sorry for the Giants. I was like, dear Giants, this is the big fella. Y'all about to get y'all ass whooped again on national TV. And I'm sorry for this, but you deserve it, because all your fans, including your number one fan that lives here in Dallas, talk more trash than anybody I know. And Pussy popped and backpedaled his way out of the obvious.
On the hand.
But look, man, I was really excited, man, about a lot of things that happened. I was really excited, man, about what we all knew was going to happen, man, about our defense. G had already said, man, the dude's been caged up. He's ready to run, and get after people, and that's what he did, along with his pack of wild boars. They got after Daniel Jones something bad. If I was Daniel Jones, I'd go over there and slap the hell out of his coach. Look, man, this offensive line ain't blocking nobody all night, and you're gonna leave me in the game till 3 minutes to go in the game, and I'm getting smashed here. I'd be a little upset about that. If I was Daniel, I said, man, I'm worth $40 million, and this is how you treat me. So, but yeah, man, them Cowboys, man, they did a wonderful job, man. Wonderful.
That's what's up. Give it up for the big fella. Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, so yeah, man, and that again, yeah, there was a lot going on, man, and again, these guys had been waiting and waiting and waiting. They finally got their chance. So, Rue, man, what did you see, and what caught your eye, and how did you? Yeah, just talk to us, brother.
Man, that game did not go at all how I expected it to go. I really expected more out of those New York Giants. That was embarrassing for y'all. That had to hurt, because that was an ugly ass game for y'all on every front. And what's crazy is how Mikey stated, y'all started out like, damn. I was like, no. They're running the ball. They're driving all the way down the field, and then like just like how you broke it down, man. They false start, bad snap, sack, block punt, fumble return, dude. And then it was just downhill from there. And I mean, after that, man, it just kind of turned into a preseason game, because we just kept dominating them play after play. And what I want to talk about is what happened right after, because they get back on the field. And man, I said this last night, and my whole thing is Trayvon looked different to me in terms of his tackling. Yeah. Trayvon looked like a man possessed.
Yes, sir.
Trayvon was laying down the boom, and that is not what he is known for. And it's just nice to see him take another step and another aspect into his game, and just to look like a player that just keeps getting better every single season. I mean, he just got paid. He looks great. I don't know how many times we've seen dudes get paid, and it's like, all of a sudden, like, it's like the pressure's off, the relief is there, and they look like a different guy. Dude, he came out and looked like a different dude. Yeah, look like a dude that's gonna pop you when it matters. Because I know he heard the chirping about George Kittle from last season, and it looks like he's been paying attention, and he's not trying to hear that no more this year. Because the way he had 2 big hits in that game, and that play on third down where he pops Saquon and that ball comes out, whew, it was perfect. It was exactly what you wanted in that position, and exactly what. Nothing better you could have asked for.
Yeah.
When it comes to how the game went and how it all turned out, what's really crazy to me, it's almost like they added a preseason game for themselves. I mean, you saw Cooper Rush come into the end of this game, and you never really saw this offense open up. It was basically just, keep it simple, stupid. Like they were just hanging out, drive by drive, quick plays, fast plays, just get what you can, and we're just killing clock, and we're just chirping at the lead, chipping, adding to the lead, and then we're gonna finish out this game. Because I mean, dude, if they would have gone full throttle that whole game, I think they would have scored 100 points without trying. It was like they put up 40. So
with the exception of the tight end dropping those balls too, the tight end dropped both of them.
And I mean, the weather definitely was an issue. Yeah. I mean, it was raining. It was raining for a hot minute in that game.
It was rain to call the press con, and that's what it was raining.
That's right. That's exactly what it was.
But the thing about it, the thing about that is it just seemed like it affected us as much as it affected New York. I mean, it really took them out their game. Number one, we was applying pressure, number one. And we didn't let them breathe. And then you got the elements just rain. It's just, when they say it rains and pours, I mean, that rain cloud was over New York. That rain cloud sat right over New York, because you could tell it defeated them. So 21 Armando, how you feel about what you saw on Sunday night, man?
Man, we just have you guys seen the sounds from the sidelines? Man,
yeah,
we disrespected this team.
Yeah, we did.
Disrespected. It was open hand disrespect.
Yeah, it was.
But we dominated this game. One big thing that I saw is something that we talked about all last year, guys. We talked about it last year, and we never saw it. It's Turpin in the plays. And guess what we saw? We saw a Turpin touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Mike McCarthy implemented it in there. We talked about it last year. We seen it.
Running back.
This team, yeah, exactly. This team is different now. You know, it's
That's what.
you're watching it. You're watching it here. You're watching a defense that's a dominating defense, a doomsday 2.0 defense. You know, you know, it's like look at that. It's number 7
Yeah,
for
I
Campbell
see it.
back there.
There
You
it is.
know, so it was a great game, dominated from beginning to like just like Mikey said though. At first, it was kind of like what's going on, and then once that false start and everything, it was a wrap. It's domination.
Remember, guys, when I told you that I couldn't give up some of the new wrinkles? That was
it.
one of the wrinkles. Having Turpin in the backfield, but he will also. I'm gonna tell you, just that was one of the wrinkles, and it's more to what you saw with Turpin.
Well, we got vanilla. So
Oh yeah,
once there was a lead, there was no need to put any of our bullshit out on the street for another team to pick up or to study or give any more film.
Schottenheimer came out and said, right? He said we didn't put everything out there, right?
No, hell
I
no,
think,
hell no.
course,
Well,
they didn't
well,
have
it was
to.
beautiful to see what Mike McCarthy just limited it, just condensed it, limited it. It was something beautiful that he said after the game. It was good for him to be out competing again. Do you imagine being a head football coach and managing a team that you're not calling the plays on? Do you imagine the frustration that he had for the last 2 years and what Wisdom Tooth was doing to him internally? He probably aged, but you gotta love what they did with Tyron Smith. And good game by Tyron Smith, by the way. We didn't
Oh my
hear
God.
Kayvon
See that
Thibodeau's name not once, but moving him and the outside. If you see my TikTok, so I'm allowed as dumbass, but how they would add him as the extra tight end with the Turpin play, and also with both of the rushing touchdowns that Pollard put in. There was a special formation. Of course, you're gonna put Steele, Tyron, and Zach Martin. You know where we're coming. Stop it. And they couldn't. They couldn't. It was beautiful. Another thing, they didn't allow a pass until the third quarter, and then that pass that got caught, Diggs hunt him down and puts the ball out. I love my team right now. It got me giddy. I know we got to put it in the past, but it was, for as much shit as Sneaky G talked, this was the motherfucking comeuppance, like a motherfucker.
Well, and let's think about this here, man. And I watch all three press conferences from Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn, and Brian Schottenheimer. And I go back to when I used to listen to Jason Garrett and I listened to Boy Wonder. And just listen to these three guys, man. We're talking about years of experience. Just listening to their press conferences. I mean, it's just, and we have to ask ourselves, and he said something, Brian Schottenheimer, and I'm going to ask you guys, what does Green Bay and Seattle have in common? Knowing that Brian Schottenheimer comes from Seattle, Mike McCarthy comes from Green Bay, Wisconsin. These guys, like Brian said, they get with the kickers to find out what the weather's going to be like. Because if anybody knows what the weather's going to be like, it's the kicker. And he said that's what they did. Get with the kicker. They tell them about what the conditions are. So being from these two areas, they have to prep for these type of conditions. Now, let me show you some what they did. Mike McCarthy said this. They found out there was a possible chance that it was going to rain on game day. You know what they did Wednesday and Thursday? Wet ball drills.
Yes, sir.
Brian Schottenheimer didn't want to say it, but Mike McCarthy said, he said, we got information that it might rain. So they practice with wet balls. Come on, give it up. Yeah. Wet footballs. How about that? Wet football. Watch out, Mikey.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, I was thinking it, but I didn't say nothing.
Throw the towel. Throw the towel.
Hey, I knew where you was going with that. But again, man, dude, I got to give a big shout out to Mike Solari with his blocking scheme. I got to give a big shout out to Bones Fossil with his scheme when we blocked that punt. Did you see it was called a green overload or something? And they hid a one-yay, and that's how he jumped the gap and he kicked the guy, other outside guy out, and he blocked him. I got to give a big shout out to Mike McCarthy in his scheme. We said
Yes,
it
sir.
wasn't much going on with his offense. He didn't have to do much. He didn't have to do nothing. Just
And I
move the chains. And like what he said, I want to run the ball. He ran the ball. The damn defense sat over there down an hour and a half, just sitting there, talking and picking boogers out their nose or whatever. But they had chance to rest. So every time they came out there, it was 100 miles an hour. Give it up.
And you got to give props to Odogo. The only time you heard about him, once he got beat by Lawrence once, but if anything, the great spots of this game is he got poked in his eye. Nobody else got hurt. And dude, I believe it was like under 4 penalties. That's a clean motherfucking game, dude. You're right on the money, G, of giving it up to Mike McCarthy. And this is the first real season of him being in complete control of this team. And he is the bus driver as he should be. Because we talked on Sunday morning on Los Amigos about how before it was if Mike McCarthy had a problem, we talked this two years on the huddle. You had to put it in the suggestion box in Jerry's office. Now it seems like we do really have a head coach and all the skeptic. Dude, not all games are going to be like this. But for the first time, his imprint is on this with Schottenheimer, Solari, everybody you named. And it just looks different and it feels different. And it just got... This is gonna be a year, fellas. This is gonna be a year. You already know.
And I think that just like the players heard all the chattering, I think Mike McCarthy heard it too. With hey, okay, what's Mike McCarthy gonna do now that Boy Wonder's not here? And he showed us, look, I'm gonna play these games and I'm gonna win these games the way I gotta play them. And that's what we saw. We saw different schemes. We saw control of the ball. Like G said, we saw the defense nice and rested. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And if the defense was back to back out there, it's just because the special teams scored right away. So it was beautiful. It was beautiful to witness. Shout out Mike McCarthy and that whole staff, man. Beautiful job.
And the only thing I can say, 7 sacks, 3 takeaways, and a 55% pressure rating. Pressure rating. Come on, bro. And come to find out, did you know? I know y'all heard about this, about how they made history, right? Did y'all hear about that? How they made history as far as no team has ever done this in one game. Did y'all see that?
It normally doesn't happen to a team in an entire season.
Yes.
It doesn't happen in an entire season.
And it happened
in one game.
40-0. I had the darn deal. I don't know what I did with it.
Yeah, to lose 40-0, to have a pick six and 2 fumbles.
Yeah, here it is.
It was
says
ugly.
No team has ever lost 40-0 or worse, lost the sack battle 7-0 or worse, lost the turnover battle 3-0 or worse, had a field goal block return for a TD, threw a pick six in the same season. The Giants did it in one game. Give it up.
With no Vaseline.
What do you think? What do you think, big fella?
So man, just like I said earlier, it was just a tremendous night for me. When I don't even want to drink no more because I'm sad for another team. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much. I did. At first I was really hoping that the game was going to be good, but when it got out of control in the first quarter, I said, well, what else can we do? I guess I scroll on TikTok, see what people doing in their lives. That's how bad it got. When you start as Cowboy fans, you know how we are. We so intense. We watching every play at every minute of the game. But after the first quarter, you was just like, well, shit, the Giants don't want to play today.
Yeah, they didn't show up. They're not even here.
Dude. I mean, it was to me. If I'm a Giants fan, oh my God! Remember Rue last night on the show? The Giants fans say, They were going to the Super Bowl. I said, bro, you going to the Super Bowl after you got mollywopped on national TV by 40 points, and you say the New York Giants are going to the Super Bowl? I say, look, bro, sometimes people smoke things, and sometimes people need to go to rehab. You need to do all of them. You need to smoke and go to rehab because your mental state is out of there.
You know, and what was so bad about this, you know, and you know, the haters gonna hate, man. You know, and just like Shay, Shannon Sharp.
Unk.
Huh?
Gotta love Unk.
Yeah. So yeah, he gets on there and say, you know, Dallas, it's only one game. It's only one game. Well, it got a whole season. But then he gets on there and he hypes up San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the 49ers?
Everybody did
I don't
that.
get a
G.
fat rat about 40. They gave up
Everybody.
7 points. We gave up absolutely nothing. But for you to sit here and talk about the 49ers and Steelers game, you know,
There
you're a
ain't no
hater.
money in that. G.
And the Giants were a playoff team last year.
No,
I mean,
there's
Thank
no
you.
money in that, guys. There's no money
True story.
in not talking shit about the
story.
boys. There's no money in not nitpicking what the hell they did or not raising it up. And then they got their heels and their pundits. I think it's hilarious to me. Look, let me ask you guys a question. Because the NFL was sloppy. Like I remember in the group text, I put like that East Coast torrential rain really affected a lot of games. You saw what it did to Joe Burrow. You saw what it did. The only body that in offense that you could say was that damn Chargers Dolphin game. Tua looked crazy, but that was a damn track meet. Aside from that, what side of the ball or what group like Dolphins offense or Cowboys defense, what out of everybody, and I say the Cowboys defense had the most dominant showing out of everybody in the NFL.
It's really funny that everybody's trying to harp on the fact that we didn't have much offense in the game. We didn't have to. The game, y'all got to see like maybe 25% of this offense. That's what's hilarious to me is everybody's like, oh, Dak only had 140 yards. And
isn't it crazy?
Y'all
That's
only
great.
did. I'm like, because he didn't have to. It wasn't necessary. It was just
all season with the huddle. We talked about
Where's
Dak
Cowboy
having
corner
less
at?
yards, you know. But it's crazy how the Dak it continues.
I
He
just
didn't- he
I
didn't
was
have
like,
a
we
good
win 40 to
game, and-
nothing, and y'all are talking about this man like not throwing up that many yards. I'm like, he didn't need to. It just
It's
like
the
the
saying
game flowed
goes.
the way it needed to flow, and they were just buying time the entire game. It was literally just an extension of the preseason for us because New York flat out didn't show up.
Well, the thing is, like, how people will find if Dak could walk on water, they would say it's because he can't swim, and not because he's black.
Good one. That's a good one. But here's the deal: what nobody's talking about. Dak didn't throw one interception. Dak didn't get sacked. Dak didn't fumble the ball. Nobody's talking about that.
Clean
Because
game.
if
Josh
you throw
Allen
one
just threw another
interception,
pick right now.
That would have been a
Josh
topic.
Allen just threw another motherfucking pick right now.
That would have
Josh
been a
Allen
topic. That would have been a topic.
getting
If he would
dudes
throw one
bonuses.
interception, that would have been a topic. I promise you that. But let the haters hate, you know, and it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you somebody that didn't think it was too funny. So while we sit here laughing and kiki and kaka, well, there's a story out there about the legend Dexter Lawrence. It said it was been reported that New York Giants star defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence didn't hold back when discussing Sunday's 40-0 blowout loss at home to the division rival Dallas Cowboys. He said, "We got embarrassed," Lawrence told Jared Schwartz of the New York Post, "but you've got to own it and move on. Don't let it linger." That's the message that we're going to live by. Just go out and execute.
I'd want to forget that too.
Prepare.
Every one of those Control Alt Delete just in my memory.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
existence of all
Prepare.
names.
That's his key word, prepare. Remember that word, prepare the same this week as you did last week. Please don't do that. Whatever you don't prepare like you did last week. I thought we had a good week of practice and meetings, so keep preparing the same way and the results will come. Is he delusional, Rue? Or what do you think? Is he a delusion or is he?
And you have. I mean, what's he gonna do?
Yeah,
Can't
we
crap
got
the
to see.
season away. It is only at the end of the day, it is just one game, and that's how you have to take it when you take a beating like that, 40-0. You have to take it. It's one game. We got 16 more to go. Forget it and move on. We're on like what Belichick say. We're on to Cleveland or whoever the hell we're on.
Cincinnati.
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 Yeah,
We're
and
on
that's
to
and that's.
Cincinnati.
I guess that's the only attitude you can have when I don't know.
I mean, you just got beat to death.
By
You just got
divisional
pummeled
rival.
in every aspect of the game. Your offensive line looks completely suspect. You're supposed to be better than you were last season. You look worse.
Oh
Like,
my God!
you added all these pieces. You've been telling me about Jalen Hyatt. You've been telling me about Darren Waller. You've been telling me about your O-line. You've been telling me about your defensive line. You've been telling me about all these things you've been doing. You're coach of the year, whatever.
Us revisiting
No point.
things.
You're the only team in
We
the
keep
NFL with
revisiting
no
the
point.
same bullshit.
But here's Chris. Let me ask you this question because this is what everybody that's 49er fans, the Eagle fans. First thing they want to come ask me. I didn't even go to work Monday because it was a late night. I was partying really, really hard Sunday night. So I know. So
That makes two of us,
in-
G. I ain't go to
yeah,
work.
I understand it. We're not gonna do it. So I went in and choose it. Didn't say that anything to anybody. So Chris, this is the question that was asked. So G, was the Cowboys that good, or was the Giants that bad? Really?
That was the
So
question. That was the question they asked you.
that's the. I mean, bro, did you watch the game? So how would you answer that?
Well, first of all, I'd ask them, did you even watch the freaking game? That's
They
number
did.
number two, Rue has already stated how awesome the defense and their performances was. I mean, especially Trayvon, man, looked like a man possessed on Sunday night. Even he got beat for that one ball, but he made up with the fumble. Look, man, we got to stop calling them haters, man. It's the other fans. The other fans just got a negative conversation about the Cowboys just so they can make conversation. They really don't have any conversation, but they're trying to make conversation for you. So when the other fans be talking, you tell them, hey, man, we appreciate you watching the game and keep supporting the Dallas Cowboys.
That's it. Exactly. And that
It's pretty sad that two fan bases, two of them, in two primetime games, just think about being a New York area fan, either the Jets or the Giants. Like, suicide is nothing to laugh at, man. But I don't know, depression kicked in. People,
it's
you're like, I don't know. I guess the time is not appropriate, but it's pretty bad. It was pretty bad on prime time.
See that empty stadium?
Oh yeah, dude, I've seen the memes of where fans were taking jerseys off, but that's neither here or there. But so, Mondo, if you had a word of encouragement, and I'm not poking at these guys, but that is a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard thing to turn around, man. So what would you tell the Giants? What would you tell Sneaky G?
Oh, dude, did you see how with his glossy puppy dog eyes? He was crying. He was
just
staring.
He was just staring up.
If disbelief was personified, his face was on Sunday night.
That's it right there.
He was just resting on his beard.
Go ahead, Mondo. Sorry.
What would you say, Mondo?
Go to Tom Thumb. They got them, they got them $5.99 hats out there at Tom Thumb, and just get you one, and
Oh, that's right. He did lose a bet, didn't he?
Bro.
Well, anyway, that is what it is. Let's keep it moving, man. So it is. Hey, again. So all this are derived from not even having inter squad practices with no other team. This is the mind of great coaches. We're not scrimmaging anybody out. We're going to allow these guys to beat up on each other. They're going to get tired of seeing each other. And they did it the whole OTA, the training camps in Oxnard, down here in Frisco. And then here come preseason. They fired up. And Mike McCarthy said, no, y'all not playing. No, y'all not playing. So they like, what? So what you saw on Sunday night is all that was built up from Oxnard until game one. And that's exactly what they did. So that's the mind of great coaches. They said, we're not going to do this. We're going to wait to game one. And then now Tiki Barber is giving the New York Giants a hard time by, well, that's what happened when you don't let them play preseason. But again, to me, it's all about preparation. It's all about who preps the best. And it seems like we prep the best.
We like Rondé anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll keep it moving, guys, because that's enough for them. But so, man, have y'all breaking news? This been reported on Twitter. Update: Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott and his representation agrees to a deal that will make him the first athlete in history to own a majority share of media outlets, ESPN and Fox Southwest Network.
What?
The exact terms of the quarterback's agreement have yet to be revealed, but sources say both ESPN and Fox Southwest Network will in fact be able to keep their lights on through 2025, thanks to Prescott's name, image, and likeness being used in their segment, marketing, and promotional endeavors. Have y'all heard of that one yet?
So, are you saying he's Stephen A. Smith's boss now?
Yeah, pretty much.
This ties in hand of what's going on with sports media and what's happening. Spectrum was a big old cable news cable provider, and they were holding on to they didn't have like Disney, ESPN, and that's a big cable company provider. But what's happening with ESPN is they're losing a lot of money. We're none of us got cable no more. We're cord cutters. We're streaming this shit. Being a part of a cable package
Spectrum actually doesn't even have ESPN anymore.
We just got it. They got it before Monday night. They're not.
They got it back.
They got it before Monday night.
Wow.
Before the Monday Night Football fucking
switching over.
Yeah, but then they immediately turned that shit off after old A-Rod snapped his Achilles.
Yeah.
That's
so big ups to Dak Prescott and helping out ESPN and Fox Southwest Network. Because you better behave yourself, boy.
That's pretty wild, man. That's pretty wild.
Hey, real quick, y'all. Real quick. Hey, real quick. It's mommy's birthday on Friday. Y'all tell mommy happy birthday.
Happy birthday, mom.
Happy birthday,
Miss Eunice. Happy birthday, Miss Eunice.
Go ahead, Mike, and sing that song.
Sapo verde pati, sapo verde ati. Happy green frog. Puro Cowboys. God bless you, Miss Eunice. God bless you.
All right, that's what's up. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for being here. So with that being said, man, we know. So here we are moving on. So when we talk about Wednesday practice, man, so it's been told that Brandon Cooks, Tyler Smith, and Donovan Wilson continue to set out a Wednesday practice. So come to find out something about I don't think it's anything major, but Brandon Cook has a little knee injury that kept him out Wednesday, which he played 58 snaps. So Donovan Wilson still dealing with the calf injury, and Tyron Smith ankle. And we know about Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith is still trying to recover from this hamstring situation. So that's where we are as far as injuries right now. So hopefully, it's nothing serious, but it is what it is, man.
We might get a sighting.
Say that again.
We might get a Tolbert sighting this weekend.
It's possible. It is possible. We might just see the fact that he might get a shot of playing this weekend. I don't know.
I know you're trying to breeze through, and I know you're trying to get through the program, but it's important that we talk about Donovan Wilson and that
go ahead
calf.
And talk about him.
And then the calf, and we saw what having a strained calf could end up being. And last week I said it. A sore calf or a strained calf could lead into a torn Achilles. And I know with Aaron Rodgers, it was the opposite leg, but he was compensating. It happened with Kevin Durant. Just the way that they're playing, I would still just let him really heal and keep him on that injury list. We know Tyron Smith's gonna live there. Like I said, he's getting his Amazon packages delivered to them to injury list. But as far as Donovan Wilson, keep him on the shelf until he's 100 because we're deep. We're deep.
Well, that brings up the name Marquise Bell, man. I mean, Marquise Bell balled out, man. Rue, what do you think about that, bro? I mean, Marquise Bell, I had to ask myself, who was number 14 at first?
It was 41.
No, yeah, for sure. No, and Marquise balled out. I mean, to switch to
God.
linebacker, to come up and perform the way he did, and to just shut down that Giants offense, it was definitely an impressive performance from Marquise Bell. It was nice to see him flying around and getting involved. The speed on this defense is unreal. The speed that's flying around is crazy. We've been able to just beat everybody to where they're trying to get to, and it's nice to see that they adjusted after what happened in that first drive from the Giants, because it was like they did that in the very beginning of the game. You know, what happened, and it's like, all right, now it's time to snap out of it, and they just couldn't do anything. They were just stuck in the mud after that. And it was like Dan Quinn figured it out, called the perfect scheme, and put these guys in the right position to be where they needed to be. And it was really nice just seeing the aggressiveness. That was the biggest difference for me. It was like, not only did we have the speed, but they were just popping these dudes and snatching for that ball, and it was just like they're determined to take that ball away on every play. It's crazy.
Yeah. And we keep saying that wasn't much to talk about the offense, but again, it was a lot to talk about because of the scheme and the play calling and the movement of the ball and just what was taking place. So, big fella, I want to ask you this. So what did you think about Tony Pollard being in that back? He actually had a fullback in front of him a few times. So and that was another wrinkle in the offense. But what do you think about Tony Pollard? I mean, how you feeling about him since he's our new number one running back?
Well, of course, man, Tony Pollard is what we expect Tony Pollard to be. He never let you down. You see the explosiveness every time he hits a hole and everything like that. Of course, we're going to see more of him when the season goes on. Just like we said, in the game, man, the offense really didn't have to do much, but when they got down in the red zone, they did capitalize and they got into the end zone. So, but Tony looked good. He's Tony Pollard, man. That's why we made him RB1, just because of his explosiveness, man. But he didn't really have to do much. The offense didn't have to do much. And I think, against the Giants, you're going to see this offense really click. And I think Tony Pollard, he may be at wide receiver, he may be a tailback, hell, he may run the wildcat, put Deuce in there. You never know what the hell's going on, man. But I'm excited about TP, being the feature back right now.
Yeah. How you feel about there, Mondo? You okay with what you saw in the backfield?
I like it because I feel like we didn't see everything, so it's still like we're going into this game. It's gonna be our game one still. I low-key feel like it's gonna be our first game still, because this past game we just dominated so much. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that we didn't see. We didn't see this offense a lot, but it was good. So I'm excited for this to see this offense. We know what the defense is bringing already. We already know. We already had our sneak peek. So now this offense, it looks good, looks fast. It was raining and we still look good. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see it.
Again, that goes back to preparation, man. These guys found out that it might rain. These guys actually did wet ball drills in practice. These guys was actually dumping the balls in buckets of water, and the center snapping the ball to Dak, and Dak is throwing it to the receivers. I mean, come on. And evidently, New York didn't do that. I don't know what New York was doing, but I know what we were doing. That offense,
they were partying.
When there's not much to say about an offense, that means they're doing pretty good. Not many holding calls. But again, way Mike Solari has set up the scheme for this front line. I don't know if y'all went back and watched it, man. This guy had him double team. One time, oh my gosh, Tyron Smith, he did a move where I think it was Lawrence. Lawrence was trying to shoot around the outside, and Tyron Smith got his head in front of him. That's when Rico bust about that 15, 20
yes,
yards.
Sir.
And
I like
he
when Rico
turned
runs
his body and pushed Lawrence out the way. Man, that is old school coaching, man. And these guys was double teaming, and then chipping and releasing downfield. So I mean, yeah, it was great. It was great.
I love what Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy are doing. There's different kind of people in this world, right? Jason Garrett was the guy that he buys all these cereal. He buys like 4 boxes of cereal, and he eats them one at a time, right? Mike McCarthy's the type of dude that opens all the cereals and eats all the damn cereals. He ain't gonna wait on the other cereal to finish. And what I mean by that, players like again, Wanye Thomas, Bell. We're seeing our players get used. We're seeing these guys. Everybody has a role. The great thing, especially with our defense, is that we're using our guys' strengths and putting them there at their strength.
Yeah.
At their strength. And we're using our guys. Nobody's not playing. Everybody is playing. Like I said, dude, the damn last dude on our roster was the dude that scored the first goddamn touchdown. It's a beautiful thing. We have a complete team. And like DeMarcus Lawrence said, all y'all motherfuckers on notice.
Yeah. He done put the league on notice. He definitely has done that, and they can say it's no big deal, and all these sports commentators and all of they can say it's no big. No, that's a big deal, and I guarantee every team that we face, they're thinking about this moment, what they witnessed. But here's a comment that Josh made, and it makes and it was something that was was a takeaway. And we're gonna move on. Our tight end had some big drops as well. Yeah. Looking forward to see who's going to step up this week. Yeah, they better step up before I go get John Stevens Jr. because I'm really pissed off at what's his name? What's his name? Ferguson. Come on, Ferguson.
Too, man. Hendershot keeps dropping balls.
And Hendershot. What the hell's wrong with y'all, man?
Those are 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns.
Yes. Yep. So it could have been worse. So anyway, fellas, here we are. Jets versus the Cowboys. We're moving on. Going to another team, another New York team. Can the Cowboys beat 2 New York teams? Is it possible? So, New York Jets are 1-0, and Dallas Cowboys are 1-0, and the game starts at 3:25 Sunday here at the AT&T Stadium. And guys, I got a video. Y'all want to see a video? I got a video.
Do a video?
I got a video, man. We got to see this video. So, this is what. And I don't blame the Jets. So before I show this video, about 22 years ago, they had another quarterback that came out and made his debut. And right when the game started, he tore his Achilles.
He's an ex-Cowboy as well, man.
Vinny Testaverde. And you know who they had? Who was the honor of this game?
Yeah, Testaverde was a captain for the freaking coin toss, bro. Chingao.
So these guys were, all the fans were, yes, Vinny Testaverde. So and sure enough, this guy first game comes out, and this what happens. But let's get into this video real quick. So this is what, like I say, I hate it happen, but it is what it is. So let's get into this video, guys, real quick. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, man, I mean, New Jersey was ready, man. It was ready to go, ready to rock and roll. And this is what happened. Let's check it out.
Oh, dude.
And their new quarterback is about to come out of the
Can you imagine how they was feeling right now?
Somebody did a video saying these are his highlights.
Oh,
damn.
Dude.
That's not funny, man.
It's not, man.
Oh, he's going up the sets, doing the handshake.
Oh my goodness. Dude. That's cringy, man.
That is. I mean, I just had to show that, guys. But can you imagine how the Jets are feeling right now, dude? Every time they take 5 steps back, they take 12.
Have you seen the videos of Jets fans? I've seen a bunch of videos of Jets fans, and these are people from Jersey, and they're in their basements because they have basements over there. So they're watching the game, and there's people you're shitting me. You gotta be shitting me right now. And they were pissed. And I'm just like, man, it's a tough break. It's a tough break. And
No
I also,
pun
you know what?
intended.
I low key think it's a tough break for Cowboy fans too, man.
Yeah,
Because
we wanted Aaron.
It wasn't a
I wanted
break.
I
Aaron.
did.
It
I
was a
wanted that
rupture.
matchup, man. I
I
wanted
wanted
that.
that matchup.
I
Well, yeah,
wanted that. I wanted that fight. I wanted that challenge. I wanted to see this offense have to work. Like the only way that was going to happen is if they were able to create pressure and put up points against our defense. And without Aaron Rodgers, man, Zach Wilson is going to have a terrible day. That O-line is not great. Their offense definitely has questions. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to make any team better that he's on, but dude, it's really a bummer, man, that he got hurt because
You blame Dwayne Brown. That's who you blame. He gave up
crazy.
the very
Floyd,
sack.
it wasn't
He's
Floyd.
probably getting death threats right now.
Dude,
Big fella, what are you thinking about? What do you think about this matchup? How you feeling about this matchup? You're a little quiet tonight. We gotta get you.
Well,
Come on.
hey, I was just waiting my turn. That's all. I didn't want to interrupt. Hey, but no, man, it's simple. What the Jets are going to do? The Jets is going to run. Okay, because
Absolutely.
they can't be behind the chains against the Cowboys. They can't because if they behind the chains, that's their downfall. Because they can't block nobody. And if you can't block nobody against our defense, that's going to be a major problem for you. So I'm going to tell you now, be prepared for a slowdown game that the Jets are going to run this Sunday. They are going to try to keep the Cowboys offense off the field and ball control to control the Cowboys pass rush, because that's their only way to fight. Of course, they got beautiful receivers. They're awesome guys, man. Hell of a catch the boy made from go out the house.
Yeah.
For the touchdown. Man, that was Wilson. It was a beautiful catch, man. I was just like, that was amazing. Okay, but this is the problem. Okay, they was playing Buffalo, who's suspect anyway, including their defense and their quarterback. We'll get on that another subject, okay, because we played them this year too. But look, it's real simple, man. The Jets got to run the ball. They got to run Hall probably 30 times against the Cowboys. They have no choice, because if they turn it into where we get up 2 touchdowns and they got to throw the damn ball, it's going to be the same results like it was against the Giants. It's going to be the same result. If the Jets have to throw the ball, it's over.
So I should start. So you're telling me I should start Dalvin Cook?
Oh, you better.
Hey,
all we do is just $5 to stop it. That's it.
Hey, and since we low key brought up that game, I'm just gonna say I said what I said about the damn Bills. God bless it. That was insane how that got pulled off, and it's just like I just had a feeling, bro. That's too funny. That's too funny.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Josh Allen is who Josh Allen is. We know now. That's just ridiculous.
We've always known Josh Allen.
But nobody wants to talk about Josh Allen, but they want to talk about Dak. The man had already threw 4 interceptions?
White got his bonus. White for the Jets has an incentive on his contract that if he gets 3 interceptions in the year, he gets $250,000. He made $250,000 on week 1. Good for him. Josh Allen giving bonuses out here. But when it comes to the Jets, I'm with the big man. They got no choice. They're coming against the most dominant. I said most dominant defense we're gonna see all year. You can talk shit about the Niners and anybody else. We saw on all levels this team is ferocious. Gilmore, dude. Gilmore was cracked to a crackhead, bro. He was on the wide receiver, dude. There's no holes in this defense. The only holes is up the middle, and it looked like Hankins got his groove. Osa got their groove. I think where the Giants went bad is in that second drive. They started throwing the ball instead of pounding us again and going for those instead of going those 6 plays that were working for them, and they shot themselves in the foot. They're the ones that got themselves out of that game more than anything. So we're gonna see a lot of Breece Hall. We're gonna see a lot of Cooks. We've taken care of Cooks. Cooks don't scare us. Breece Hall, he did carry them, but they ain't gonna see nothing as beautiful as that defense. Nothing as beautiful as that defense.
What do you think, Ru? How you feeling about this game?
Brees Hall is definitely a man possessed. He had a good game, and I mean it's definitely one of those situations where it's like I like the challenge for our defense because it's like a real. Saquon last season was one of the few guys we actually stopped on the ground last season. I know in the first game with Cooper Rush, you know, him and Daniel Jones had like 70, 80 yards apiece, but in the second game we really shut Saquon down, and it was like one of the few defenses that we actually stopped in the run last year. To see them go up against Brees Hall, I mean, I know it's going to be pretty one-dimensional because we're not going to be scared of their pass game, but Brees Hall is definitely a force to be reckoned with. And I mean, I obviously I don't think it's going to be enough. It's definitely not going to. I don't think it should put us in any kind of position where we should have at any point have this game in doubt. And I hate kind of speaking that into existence because, you know. Big Chris brought it up the other day. This team, we've lost to the Jets with Sam Darnold before, so it's like God. I never want to be going into a game overly confident. But I am trying to find a way for this team to actually stay in a ball game with us, and that defense is really, really good, arguably in competition with us. But I don't think it's enough, especially with how one-dimensional your offense is going to be.
Yeah. So what do you think, Mondo, about this duo? Your boy Trayvon Diggs sent out a subliminal message to the sideline saying, "Do not throw the ball anymore tonight." That was his message to the New York Giants. So, how you feeling about? Yeah, and I'm sure he's going to throw that out for this week too, Chris. That's why I say that.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
okay.
This is how confident he is. I mean, let's think about this. You got a soon-to-be Hall of Famer playing on the opposite side of Trey Diggs. Trey Diggs had even, and Gilmore said it himself. This guy haven't hit his ceiling yet, and he's being taught by this possible Hall of Famer. Yeah. And Trayvon, his courage and his way he feeling right now, he just had that much more confidence. So again, they're gonna line up and going to want them guys to throw the ball. So, again, how are you feeling about this secondary? I mean, do you think we have what it takes to hold these guys in check?
I think so. I think we have that duel that people are going to think about throwing, you know, and now more than ever. They seen it the first week, you know. I think that now teams are going to be scared, and I think what the big fella says, they're going to go more into the running game and try to test us there. And because New York kind of looked like it was working. And just like Mikey said, once they went to the pass game, that's when everything went downhill. So I just think that nobody's going to want to throw to this duel. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You got to have those cojones and, you know, say, hey, we're going to throw here to really want to test them. But, you know, we got a new island, and it's in Dallas, baby. It's in Arlington, Texas.
That's right. That's
Man,
right.
Real quick, G. I think the Cowboys really need to keep that mentality of don't play down to your competition, because you know we had that tendency sometimes. You know, because everybody was hyped up for Aaron, because I was too. I was really hyped to see Aaron, man, this weekend, because I like we said last night on the other show, hey, I want my damn lick back. He ain't got us twice, man. I want my damn lick. Hey, in the fight, you got whooped a couple times. You know, hey man, we gonna keep. Hey, G, you know how we grew up. We gonna keep fighting until I win this some bitch, right?
You understand?
Your mom kept sending you back out.
I'm disappointed. You know, I'm sad for Aaron. You know, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but I'm sad for him because you know, of course, when you're at that age and you have major injuries like that, it's tough to come back. You know, but as a Cowboy fan, I'm think I'm cheated because man, I wanted the Jets so bad, man. I was like, man, I'm glad Aaron went to the Jets. We playing the Jets this year. I want my damn lick back, and I ain't gonna get my satisfaction, even though we're gonna stomp the hell out of them, you know, and I'm calling it. We're gonna stomp their ass.
Yeah, we'll whoop that ass.
The Cowboys defense, man, if the Lions stay focused and his posse and his pride, if they start and they continue to do what they did in New York, poor Jets, I'm sorry, poor Jets. it's gonna be a problem, bro. It's gonna
Okay.
be a major problem. Okay.
Okay,
And I
Skip.
want this intensity. I need
Yeah.
this intensity.
Yeah.
So I want another damn 40 burger, and I want the defense to score 2
Ooh.
more damn touchdowns. That's what I
Well,
want.
they were serving it. You know what, Chris? I feel like this show that we're on is kind of like the end of the Giants game. We're kind of like emotionally spent. And you know what? You just brought the heat because we did serve that ass a 40 burger. And for dessert, we gave their ass donut, a motherfucking donut. And we're going to see the same thing. I hope the defense calls out the offense because they're bloviating about this defense like they're as good as us, and our offense ain't shit. But what did Cedarius De Leon Lamb all of a sudden retired? All of a sudden we don't have Cooks. All of a sudden we don't have Michael Gallup. The biggest thing that I'm the fuck sauce. The biggest thing is Quentin. If Tyler Smith gets back, that's my biggest concern. But if anything, I would take it like a chip on my shoulder. We saw a 40-3 game, and it was basically a perfect game thrown or played by the Cowboys last year. This 40-0 game wasn't even a complete game. So we saw what a complete game was last year to the last version of the Cowboys we saw. Let's see what the fuck the best version of this version of the Cowboys is gonna be. Like, Chris, you got me hyped up, and I want my offense to take this personal and take this challenge. Aaron Rodgers is gone, whatever, but let's see this offense.
Yeah.
Just the best thing that happened that made me feel good about this offense was we got the ball in the second half, we went down the field and we scored.
Yeah.
And there was a rhythm to it, and it looked good. But we're still not getting the respect. So you know what? Feel disrespected and whoop fucking Quinn, whatever his name is, and Sauce Gardner, and that whole defense that they're making better than our defense, and take that shit personal. Whoop that ass. And that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And that's the thing, again, because it's going to be a chess match. I'm not taking nothing away from this darn defense, and like I say, I know that this defense is fast and it's young, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. They are good. They're good.
You got a young head coach, and he's hungry
and
too.
He's a defensive minded coach.
Yep.
So we know that both defenses are going to do their part.
Yeah.
I think it's going to boil down which offense can move the ball, and who's going to be able to execute the plays more than the opponent. And that's where I think Dak will probably be better at than Zach Wilson. So
I just need them to keep that intensity, bro. I gotta have it, man. I just do not want the Cowboys to do that same old crap that they do. Hey, we got a lesser team coming in here. You remember that year Arizona came in here and dusted us up, and Arizona ain't won a game in 5 years. And then that time the Raiders came down here when the Raiders was on a 6-game losing streak, and they come down here and got us just because we wasn't focused. I need they ass to be focused every damn game this year, man, because this team is special. Okay, it has that spark. We see it, bro. We see it. Just the way they came out and played on defense, and I see it. And I don't call, hey, man, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. I'm not like that. But what I do see is that spark, man. And it hasn't been there in a long damn time, G. And I'm really excited to see these boys. I'm more excited to see the defense than I am to see the offense, bro. And I'm an offensive player, okay? So I can't wait till them Lions get out there and get to hunting. And I want them to hunt and eat and eat and eat.
And that's without your boy Lewis, without Wilson. There's pieces of this defense that are not even on the field yet, Bubba.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
And G, you had a good point in the huddle a long time ago, man. You was talking about how inept our defense was. It was historically bad. And we came out there and we got the best defensive coach we got, and he converted the defense completely over. You can't even recognize the defense from 2 years ago. No. Is there anybody on the Lewis and D-Law and maybe that's it? Maybe the Wolf Hunter his rookie year.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
Everybody else is brand new.
Yeah.
And dude, they
And they're
converted. They
young.
did a total 360. And now, hey, you know how what's the old wrestler Ryback? Feed me more. I want
Yeah.
some more.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
want more.
Yeah. You know, and I think really and truly, man, this team is still bitter from how things played out last year. And when you have coaches like we have right here, man, remember Mike McCarthy said it's not about the player, but it's about the play calling.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So Mike McCarthy knows what he got to, and what he said when Boy Wonder left, he said, now we can get to playing some football.
Yeah.
He said, because every play has to have be a play with purpose. So I see our coaches doing their part. Again, we talk about a chess match, but at the same time, I think we're going to make the better moves with the three coaches, with Mike Solari, with the coaches we have in place. I just think they're overall better coaching staff. These guys are on one page, so they all still have the same bitter taste, and they have something to prove. I just see it, and Mike. I'm gonna tell you something. Michael Parsons is not going to let anybody.
Boom.
That's the guy. He is the attitude of the team. He is the personality of the team. Everybody's following Michael Parsons.
Well, and it's perfect for him because
It is.
he is
It
the
is.
best. No, because he is the best player possibly in the league. He's the best defensive player in the league. So he could be that way. He could push it and it fits him good. It fits him good to be that. So are you going to tell Michael Parsons? Are you going to give a half-ass effort? Well, this dog's doing it and he has the clout. He has all of that. No, you can't. That's why I love this kid. I love what he's done to our team and what he's going to do. And they can't. Like you mentioned that.
We don't have to get him on the huddle.
I've been picking at him 22 to dude, it was 22 to 24. We can't afford to lose these sorry shit little games that end us costing us the freaking home field advantage.
Jacksonville,
Green Bay,
and then what was it? What year before? It was almost the Texans, almost the Titans,
almost the Texans.
Yeah.
But see, I think they got to the point. We're done with the almost shit. We're done with the almost shit.
There you go.
We don't want the close. We don't want nothing close. We have a job to do. And I think they are focused on that job. Let me ask you, Rue, when was the last time we had a standout player to get it? I mean, Dak and Zeke just wasn't that wasn't their role. But when was the last time we actually had somebody that's gonna step out on Front Street like Michael Parsons? I can't remember. It's been a while since Michael Irvin.
It was Dez for a minute. It was Dez, but then at that time, Dez was like already.
And with Dez, it's hard to make an impact at receiver because your position is dependent upon somebody else at the end of the day when you're a receiver. With Micah, he's literally the swirling tornado that's making everybody do what they're doing on that defense. And man, just for me, it's the evolution of how this tackling and how everything has kind of come into play, because not only with the speed, man, they're just aggressive. I mean, this team has led the league in takeaways for the last 2 seasons. That is not going away anytime soon. We can see that just by they look even more aggressive pawing at the bar. Like it reminds me of them old school Bears where you used to see Tillman just punching at people, taking the ball away. Like that's what it reminds me of. That's what it makes me think of when I'm watching this defense play. And it's just like, dude, they're mean, and they've been a caged animal for weeks. For weeks, they've just been pawing and clawing at a chance to just rip somebody apart. And it's I feel bad for anybody who stands in their way, because it's just like, dude, they look like the best defense in the league. There's no doubt.
You shouldn't feel bad, Rue. You shouldn't feel bad. We're Dallas Cowboy motherfucking fans. So when people you go to people and they know that you're a Cowboy fan, you get that I smell shit look, or they're like, oh, you a Cowboy fan? Don't ever feel sorry for no other opposing fucking team, because their fucking fans are gonna get it this fucking year. There's a reckoning. There's a motherfucking reckoning, and they're gonna get it, dude. Think about it. I'm not gonna say Super Bowl, but think about that internal fucking look they're gonna get for a whole goddamn year. This is gonna be that year. The beautiful thing is that Michael Parsons is gonna keep everybody accountable, and I fucking love it.
Woo-wee. Y'all heard it first.
That's for the teams. That's for all the other teams right there.
Man, you see how it's rubbing off on y'all, you guys? Michael Parsons rubbing off on you guys. Y'all gonna sit up here and y'all ready to bite somebody's head off and all that old good stuff.
Forget it. There's no way you can convince me that we're not a Super Bowl team. They're absolutely not. Who in the NFC is better than us? I mean, when you really break it down, piece by piece, proponent of every proponent of your team, from top to bottom, from special teams to O line to D line. In the NFC,
there's only 3 teams. We already know who the fuck they are, and they're on our schedule.
They're on the list.
They're on our fucking schedule.
And really, man, the Eagles don't look like themselves. The Eagles did not look good.
That's the last team.
And if Kendrick Bourne can drag his toe down with 2 minutes left to go, and they convert that 4th down, well,
but that's how they
the
win,
Eagles might lose that game.
That's how they win.
Yeah.
That's 16-0. But let's talk
about
the fucking Jets, bro. Fuck the Eagles.
Yeah.
But again, I see Zach Wilson running for his life. I really do. If he does try to pass the ball. I wouldn't be surprised, guys. It'll be another. I'm not going to say that, but it's going to be a damn good game. And I can't say that we're going to probably put up 40 due to the fact they do have a good defense. But I think we would play a great game. You're going to see, again, this game is not the 5 wide, go deep, and chunk the ball down there 50 yards. That is not what we saw Saturday night. We saw Mike McCarthy football. We saw Mike McCarthy football. So, guys, if y'all are worried and talking about this offense, he didn't pretty much do nothing. Mike McCarthy never have to do much or nothing. Just move the change and get in field goal range. And I think, fellas, we found us a kicker. How about that?
Yeah, he missed that one.
He got the jitters out.
No, like Haru said.
It's like deja vu.
Like Ruth said, it was like an extra preseason game. No bullshit. So he got that live action, and little by little, he's going to get better. And then another thing, that's crazy, what you said, G, about Mike McCarthy. You didn't catch this. It was, I think, our first real drive, and we ended up kicking the field goal. But that timeout that Daboll called, because there was a package in and Deuce was in. He saw Deuce and he called the motherfucking timeout. So we could have saw a touchdown by Deuce, but he called the time. I was like, shit. I was like, oh, that's that little guy. That's the Pomeranian.
Yeah. We could have scored. We could have scored maybe two more times, guy, in 4th quarter. We basically just milked the clock. We milked the clock. We let off the gas, man. So people are saying what the offense. Well, our tight end dropped 2 touchdown passes, and one dropped 3, but 2 could have been touchdown pass. So again, when they say, well, the offense that's Mike McCarthy football. Boy, wonder football is gone. We saw what happened to Chargers and Miami. They throwing the ball for 5,000 yards.
A lot of points. A lot of points.
That was a badass game.
A lot of points. Look good.
I ain't gonna lie. That was a
lot
good
of points.
game. That was a badass. Gotta give it to two.
Did they win though?
Those boys are fast. Those guys are so fast. They're the reason cops have dogs. They're so damn fast, for real.
And see, that's the thing. What we saw with the Chargers is that's how Kellen Moore runs his offense. He puts up a lot of points, but he gonna probably fail you. You're gonna end up losing. Basically, what happened. But what we saw with Mike McCarthy did just enough to keep his defense. And he said it. We want to run the ball so our defense can rest. And every time our defense hit the floor or hit the turf, they were fully rested. And then guess what Dan Quinn did? He started rotating them in. They couldn't. I mean, and like Dan said, we're so deep. We're so deep. And he was just rotating. They didn't stand a chance. So anyway, big fella, what's on your mind before we turn it out?
Man, this is one thing I want to look for, especially since the Jets defensive line is so big and so aggressive. I'm really looking to see how our offensive line perform against their defensive line. I think it's going to be a great battle, man. I think this is going to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker for the first half. Then after that, I think the Cowboys are going to pull away. I don't know. I hadn't heard any reports. I don't know if you have, G, about Tyler. But his replacement man actually did really well.
Yeah,
You know,
Adoga.
when you don't
Udoga.
when you don't hear offensive lineman's name, they did a wonderful job in the game. So I was concerned about that, but we didn't hear not one person's name. So I was like, man, they graded out wonderfully. That's good.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
happy about that.
Bro.
So,
That's all you heard is when he poked his eye.
yeah.
Big ups to Mike Solari. Chris, you got to go watch his scheme. His scheme is beautiful. Oh my gosh, bro, we're doing things we haven't done. I'm watching this. I'm looking at this front line. They're confusing people. They are literally confusing people on both sides of the ball. Special teams. Bro,
Lipke cleared some balls out. And Schoonmaker, man. Schoonmaker, Hendershot better watch out because he's just going to beat him in the depth chart when they're to start throwing the ball to him. But that boy could block. That boy good. He good. I think G likes saying Solari. I think he likes saying Solari.
Hey, no, it's been a while, man, since we had a listen. And I was a receiver, but again, Solari. Dude, I mean,
that's it.
And I'm not the big guy to play on the trenches, but I love the trenches. I love watching the defense. And we said this about Giants. Oh, they got the best defensive line in the league. Well. So I'm not worried about these Jet guys, because when you watch the scheme that Mike, oh my God, Mike, let me just call him Mike. I gotta say Mike Solari.
No, you gotta say Solari.
Mike Solari. But yeah,
the
so when you
forget about it.
Danucci.
We lost the Nucci, so now we got Solari.
Then we got Solari. But man, I'm ready. I'm hyped up, guys. We don't have these folks on here an hour and 15 minutes, man. But that's what we do. We got to get the people what they want to hear, man. And man, I'm just excited how we started. But again, I really think we just have set a tone, and Michael is holding everybody accountable. Micah is holding everybody accountable. What do you think, Mondo?
I love it. We dominate this game again. I'm gonna go with another 40 burger, man. 40.
Woo!
7:30. I got the Cowboys.
You gonna get yourself a 40. You go in an OE. A-ball.
It's old English out there.
Okay, well, let's do that. Let's get this score. Let's predict the scores, guys. Let's get into it. What you got, Rue? Come on with it, brother.
Man, I'm going low scoring. I'm gonna stick it out something like 27-10 Cowboys.
Okay. All right, Mikey. Mike up.
I'll go 31-9. My price is right, yo ass, because that's about right.
All right,
you did, bro. I just put it together when you said it. I was like, this dude straight up price is right, my ass.
Yeah, he priced. Yeah, somebody always got a price right. Somebody. Big fella, what's your final score, man?
I'm going 31-8.
I love it.
We're gonna give up a safety.
I love it. You know what that means. You know what that means. That means Armando's gonna be right, and we're gonna be in here next week talking about, damn, that's 80 points to nothing in the last 2 weeks. We're just gonna be destroying these fools.
Man, I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say 27-10. I'm gonna say 27. I'm gonna say 27-9.
27-9.
I think they get field goals. I hate to say it. I think they get field goals because I just see Zach Wilson running for his life, and we focus on running, the run game.
Now remember, Greg Zerline's back.
Yeah.
Greg the leg. And maybe he'll start missing again like he used to.
I hope he gets flashbacks and misses all them field goals.
Yeah, something about AT&T Stadium for real, man. But hey, guys, with that being said, we want to thank everybody for stopping through tonight, man, and hanging out with us because this is what we do. We all fanatic of our Cowboys, and I don't care what nobody else says. Nothing they can say or do to change our mind because we diehards, and that's what we do. And we'll fight you. You talk about our Cowboys. So anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video. But like we always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen.
Puro pinches Cowboys.